Hello my friends, and welcome to Lean and Clean with Fitness Chef Christine. I'm Christine, your host, and I'm a very happy second time grandma. So this has happened yesterday and I gotta show you because she's so stinking cute. Check out my little granddaughter. You got a weird light there, but isn't she cute? I'll show you one more photo because I am a crazy grandma. Look at that face. Ooh, she's just adorable. So now my job is to make sure that I stay as healthy as I can for the rest of my life. And if you've stuck with me before, or if you're new, my whole goal is to make sure that we are staying as healthy as we can for as long as we can. So we are not focusing on today, we are focusing on our 90-year-old self. Because let's face it, if you don't start early, you're not gonna get any healthier, you're just gonna decline. And so we look at things like, are we getting enough water every day? Are we fueling up our bodies, and are we maintaining our bones and our muscle tone, right? So those are super important things to me. And as a coach and as somebody who's really studied nutrition and loves those things, I honestly thought I was on the right path for the longest time. I counted my macros and I do my strength training all the time, Pilates and bar and water fitness and walking and getting all my water in every day. But unfortunately, that was not enough for me. So if you've listened before, you know that I've been dealing with some neuropathy of my legs. This is not due to prediabetes, it is not due to cholesterol, it's not due to heart. Had all those tests and everything came back wonderful. The problem is I have these spider veins and I have these other veins that are really causing problems for me when I sit. So it isn't a movement problem, it's a sit problem. So anytime I'm forced to sit down for a long period of time, get up, my legs feel numb, my toes turn blue right away. I have all kinds of circulation issues, but we're not really exactly sure what's happening yet. So I've been working with a functional doctor to really help promote some health there. But this has caused me to really change the way I eat. So in a certain way, it's a relief because I have been so stringent about really having a ton of vegetables and having adequate protein and making sure that I ate properly and making sure that I ate often and all the things, right? Sometimes it can drive us crazy, like what's the right way to do it? And every time I've taken a professional class in nutrition or even in culinary school, like everybody has a different view of how things should go. And it's not that they're wrong, because I honestly believe the best nutrition you can have for yourself is something that you can stick to. But it has come to my attention more and more as I work with the doctor and as I learn more that I really need to eat for more primally. So think of your ancestors. How did they eat? They ate fruit in season, they ate vegetables in season, and they ate meat a lot. And so that is what I'm doing. Now I choose to have the vegetables in a small quantity, which is a big change for me because it was causing me to be really inflamed. And as far as fruit is concerned, I'm primarily having blueberries because I cannot eat raspberries and strawberries and blackberries because I'm allergic. So really that limits the amount of berries I can have, but because they have a low glycemic index, that really helps maintain my sugar level. But again, the reason that I'm changing is not necessarily for weight loss, although that's been a big bonus. Since September, I think I've lost maybe 17, 18 pounds without really anything difficult. Primarily just eating a lot of protein and healthy fats. So think Keto-Carnivore, that type of foods. So what I want to show you today is an easy way to help you as you're coming into the holidays. This is honestly the easiest plan I've ever done because it's really not all that difficult to do. When I go out to dinner, I order a steak and I make sure it's a really big steak so I'm not hungry and I stay full a long time. Or I order grilled chicken, or I have fish. Think of all the wonderful opportunities to have all that. It's fantastic. It's not that you need to stay away from all the sauces and things, but there's endless opportunities to have some great stuff. Especially like you can have butter on top, it's great. Anyhow, let me show you what I do every week, every Sunday. I don't know if you can see this really well, but I'm gonna show you. I get a rack and I put my bacon on it. Now, the reason I do that is twofold. One, I want to save my bacon grease, which I do. I clean it out, I strain it through a sieve, make sure all the bits and particles are out, and then I put it in the refrigerator and I use it like you would cooking oil. Because our body can process that very easily, it's a wonderful way to do it. And because I'm doing it in a rack, and it's not sitting in its own fat, I get nice, crispy, not wiggly bacon. And I love that. So I put it in the refrigerator for my husband, myself, my son, so that we can just grab that as we need. You would be surprised how much a slice of bacon can really hold you over. But today I'm gonna do some more prep. Let me turn this just a little bit. It's always tricky. Not the best with the camera, but we're working on it. So I've got these steaks I ordered from Butcher Box, and they are delicious, but they're thick. And so anytime you're doing a thick steak, you have a lot of options actually. Lately I've really enjoyed sous vide. It's really a great way to make sure that your temperature of your meat is perfect, but it does require some advanced prep, and because I have been out all day with my new granddaughter and my little 4-year-old grandson, I did not prep. So this is what we're doing, and nothing like doing it together. All right, we're gonna keep it very simple. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick, and then I'll be back and I'll show you an easy way to do this. So I have my steaks laid out, and I'm just gonna blot them a little bit because we want to take any excess and moisture out of them. Okay, so we're just gonna toss that aside. Got a little garbage bowl over there. And then I'm going to salt them. This is Celtic sea salt, but you could use kosher salt. You could use, really, there's a lot of choices. I don't necessarily like pink Himalayan salt. It's come to my attention that sometimes that you're not really getting what you pay for. It comes mostly from China, and we want to make sure that we're getting what we're paying for. If you can really I like Redmond salt. I like I said, Celtic salt. Pick something that you know is going to be a good quality. All right. Aside, let's get our salt. And you want to liberally salt them because this is its only chance to really get that flavor in there. And then we're gonna hit it with some black pepper. I'm not about over seasoning things. I tend to think it masks the flavor with it. So we're just gonna keep it very simple. In the olden days when I was in culinary school, you would, I say olden days because it's been a long time, you would take cast iron and you would heat it up so it's like scorching hot, and you would sear it on both sides and then finish it in the oven. But now I generally do the reverse. So I put it in the oven to get the center cooked through to the temperature that I want it to be, and then I take it out and I sear both sides. Or I sous vide it to the temperature that I want it to be, which is usually about 130, and then I go ahead and sear it. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven while the bacon is cooking. This is so we can use up all the time and keep it going. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And when it's done, I'm gonna take it out and show you how to sear it. But this way you could do a lot of proteins at the same time. You could do the same thing with chicken breast. You could do the same thing, with whatever you're choosing to do for your proteins. Batch cook it all and then sear it off when you're ready to eat it. And this way you save so much time and money. I really like the Butcher Box. I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out. That's cool, but I think the idea is you can get it at Costco too, or any butcher shop. I love to go with my local farmers. I try to hit the farmer's market at least every couple weeks, especially in the wintertime, because you know what seasonal your farmers, the quality of their meat, so important. All right, my lovies, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven, and I will show you when they're at temperature what it looks like. All right, so the steaks are out of the oven. I'll show you what they look like. Now the thing about baking them first and then searing them is when they come out of the oven, they don't look as pretty, but then they'll get their char. Now outside here, so in here I put some beef tallow. Right here, you can purchase it online. Some stores carry it, but I find you have to buy it online. But I also live out in the boonies, so that happens. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Kerrygold butter in there for some good flavor. And it's nice and hot, so it should sear out nicely. We're gonna take this steak. On the outside, it's cooked all the way through to medium rare, which is how I like it. About 2 minutes on each side. And let's talk about what I would serve with this. It's a carnivore day. I will just have the meat. If it's more of a keto day, then I will add some full fat cottage cheese to it and call it done. So it's about keeping it super simple. We're getting lots of healthy fats and lots of protein. It has worked wonders for me. My skin is clearer, my teeth are better, my weight's come down, my legs are better. Give it a try. You have nothing to lose to try it. Now, aside from just doing this, I'm also doing a series on healthy baking for the holidays. We're just going to do this other side here. So that will be Monday the 18th. That is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. live on Facebook or in Zoom. I will leave a link below in the show notes. I know that's quick notice, but if you're able to join me, we're just going to do a couple nice desserts, and I'll be doing one each week for until the holidays are over. Look at that. Over. Get a good sear all the way through. Good to go. And that is all she wrote. I love this little induction thing. It makes it much easier. My big induction oven's over here, but unfortunately the lighting is not so great there, so check out those babies. Now, in addition, I have been doing all my different types of bacon. This is a smoked hardwood bacon, that's a regular bacon. So again, all these came from ButcherBox, and I just do them all at once so that I don't have to do it all the time. And then it's a quick air fry for 1 minute, and it's ready to rock and roll. Perfect for mornings. I usually do scrambled eggs and cheese with a couple slices of bacon. I hope this gives you some ideas of how to manage this without driving yourself absolutely crazy and getting bored. So, sometimes I'll do big things of ground beef, and then I'll change it up. I'll do some with taco flavorings. I'll do some that have, more spicy. So the more you can mix it up without adding a lot of other ingredients, the better you're gonna be. Keep it simple, my friends. All right, loves, have a great night. I've been praying for you. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. It is free. And hit that like button and leave some comments so I can get back to you. I send you all love. And if you are watching on Apple, you might want to switch over to Spotify or to YouTube so that you can see what I'm doing, but otherwise the information is still the same. Make sure you're hydrating, make sure that you're fueling your body, and make sure that you're getting some good movement in so that we can live our best lives as long as we possibly can. Sending you lots of love.